southern village of Barashit suffered the first missile of Israel's aggression, although it was the target of a fierce and inhumane destruction. Like so many other villages in South Lebanon, stories of survival and resistance strike the eye as remarkable, especially of those who survived under the direct bombardments for 34 days. Follow the story with Yumna Tayara.
Location: Barashit, South Lebanon. Time: August 2006, post-Israel's war in Lebanon. Status: destruction, damage, and ruins all around. Barashit, situated in the Kaza of Bint Jbeil, suffered the first missile of Israel's aggression. This house collapsed on an entire family, leaving the father and his daughter killed and the others wounded. Looking around this devastated southern village, the church's dome meets that of the mosque, as if all religions were uniting to pray for the rebirth of Barashit. All those who stayed in the village, at least 80 people, took refuge inside the shelter. Although it was the target of a fierce and inhumane destruction, like so many other villages in South Lebanon, stories of survival and resistance strike the eye as remarkable, especially of those who survived under the direct bombardments for 34 days. Boulos Yaoub, an 85-year-old, and his disabled wife of 75-year-old remained in their house in bomb strike in Barashit all throughout the aggression. For 34 days, the kitchen and the bathroom were their only shelter. Every 2 days, he would open the door of his house to find, to his surprise, some canned food and some bread. Fear left me unconscious. We never knew what time they would bombard us and what time they would leave us in peace. Although he has 9 children, all were in Beirut, and he was not able to run away. My hands and legs were tied together from fear, he said. Sitting on the bathroom floor, Boulos tells us he had lost hope in surviving, and he was sure that a missile was going to hit his house. It's like someone waiting for his own death. I used to sit here, my wife here next to me. We would sleep on a chair. My mind is not stable till now. I saw death in my own eyes. All I can say is thank God that my home, my box, was protected. Miraculously, they survived. It's a miracle because this is what has become of the surroundings of their house. We depart from Boulos Yaoub's house and head towards another story of survival in Barashit. There were 15 people to stay inside this house. Inside this room, most were children. Ali tells us all she used to do was sit around with her children. And when we asked 5-year-old Ghazal if she was scared, this was her frightened response. Her grandmother Sukna Yassin tells us that they had no other escape but to stay in their house. We would not dare to go outside. There was no one to come and get us. We had no means of transportation to run away, no communication. Ismail Ramadan, an Arabic teacher in the village of Barashit, tells us about the situation post-war. The only aid that reached the village are food portions. The basic things you need to have to survive are not present in Barashit. No water, no electricity. Moving further into the village, the old historic neighborhood of Barashit, proof of the uncivilized actions of Israel that tried to erase an entire history of culture and tradition. All that was left now were stones that would someday tell the story of a village that courageously faced an enemy infamous of miscellaneous destruction. "150 houses were destroyed in Barashit. While some ran away, others preferred to stay in their homes, homes that were built by their own hands and later on destroyed by the hands of Israel. Yumna Tayara, Future TV, Barashit.